Hazard, Oscar, Pedro. Free. Mitrovic out jumped by Kurt Zuma. Well, Hazard. Pedro, facial expression is to be read into, doesn't apparently have too much of a problem with it either, though. Fabregas, and one back for Anita, charged down by Fabregas, and here's Pedro for Chelsea on the counter. Hazard couldn't put in Oscar, and Bemba is perilously close to Pedro, who's supported by Ivanovic. Fabregas, Pedro, Ivanovic, Pedro.
I think the Newcastle coach felt that the most was made of this, and there's no real attempt to kick him.
And to deliver. He's done terrifically well, the young Swiss, and he's gone back for more. Beautifully spread, Pedro. And still, tackle from Wijnaldum. Ivanovic, Pedro. Anita, Pedro, Hazard. Excellent read by passage from Newcastle. Sissoko. Broken, flung up high towards Wijnaldum. Watched carefully by Ivanovic. Pedro away from Mbabu. Oscar. Pedro. And behind by Janmaat.
Well, that reaction from Pedro did what he wanted in actually getting above Mbabu far post, and he probably should have guided it where he wanted, but maybe Mbabu
reached Hazard, Pedro. Mbabu dealt with it. Mature first half from him.
Nice, he's looked good.
Pedro got away from Mbabu momentarily. The youngster's Batovic. Fullback's attempted pass bounced back for Pedro, who became off.
Pedro, who's playing centrally for the moment at least, you know, because Remy is working hard, but he's... To have the quality, they need to start producing it.
It's that first 45, you know.
I feel Newcastle United, as nostalgists prefer to remember. Sissoko, just in advance of Perez, picked off by Pedro. Chelsea supporters up in the gods, trying. Oscar's pull back towards Pedro. Pedro held up by Janmaat. Hazard. Pedro. Driving away from Mbabu. Wijnaldum. Let's go for Fabregas. Pedro. Clear of Janmaat. Not as far as Pedro, who's missed his volley. And Perez can hurry away. Caught up by Pedro, who's little doubt that Chelsea have picked it up here. Much more businesslike. By Mbabu. Up in the air by Obertan. Pedro. Matic. Pedro. Sweet course. Now gives them a 2-goal lead. Have Chelsea appetite? Pedro. Obertan ahead of Pedro, and Babu looking nervous again. Colaccini help. Oscar. Pedro. Brilliant, that's a lovely spread. Pedro. Oscar. Pedro. He's got a corner off the still excellent Mbabu. Chelsea with desperation. Corner from
ball on the break, and there might be a bigger way through for them to add to this.
Pedro. Mbabu wasn't going to let him pass, whatever it took. And lovely for the young full-back to look disdainfully back over his shoulder and then offer the hand to one of the world's finest midfield schemers.
Yeah, he refused it.
Mbabu ran into trouble. Hazard. Pedro. And some would say, though we ought to know better given some recent results, than to draw facile, premature conclusions. Some would say to stay in the title race. Pedro is no doubt running on adrenaline. As Pilaqueta, Pedro, Willian. Up game here, 3rd of October, South Africa, Scotland. They'll be marauding down across the... Fabregas. Pedro's onside and has lifted it over.
Well, you can pay some credit to the goalkeeper because Tim Krul was quickly off his line to try and close Pedro. This is the pass of the season from Fabregas. This is absolutely exquisite, over the top, inch perfect, and it should have been more clinical. He's ended up making a mess of it. Maybe Tim Krul has to take a little bit of praise for getting out, standing in front of him, but could have done better. I think it's felt on that bench too.
He has been the strikers, and now Chelsea fancy winning this, and Newcastle really are living on. Header, Mbabu, Pedro, Willian, Pedro, away from Tony. 4 has been shown by the 4th official. With attack. Cahill, Perez away, still no whistle from Atkinson, and Mbabu has gone over. He's going to have to see a yellow card here. And Newcastle have a...
Yeah, I mean, Mbabu did really well because he was looking a bit tired and he just found the legs to get there before. No real intent in it, it's just mistimed, and thankfully there was no trouble on the follow-up with Colaccini. It's all been...